Prior to beginning as a volunteer preparer at your site, you will become IRS certified. There are a number of ways to train, prepare, and certify as a volunteer tax preparer. This video will explain the steps to helping you become certified and serve successfully at your tax site. You have a variety of resources you can use in becoming certified, so make sure you take full advantage of them. You will receive the following materials. The 4491 Problems and Exercises Workbook comes in both paper and electronic form. This workbook will help you practice the exercises and questions similar to those on the certification exam. The Form 6744 Test-Retest booklet comes in paper form. Most individuals choose to take the exam online through Lincoln Learn, however, which will be discussed more in depth in this video. The 4012 The Volunteer Resource Guide will also be useful before and during tax season, especially as you work with clients. In this IRS guide, you can find decision trees and quick answers to many of your questions. To study and certify as a volunteer tax preparer with the VITA program, you will use Lincoln Learn, an online program through the IRS. Lincoln Learn is provided by the IRS and offers self-paced online training and certification for volunteers. Through Lincoln Learn, volunteers learn about the tax preparation process and tax law. Each lesson includes content screens, check your knowledge questions, topic activities, a lesson summary, and exercises. Volunteers also complete Lincoln Learn certification on this website prior to the start of tax season. Accessing Lincoln Learn is fairly straightforward. Go directly to linklearncertification.com. On the right-hand side, you will see quick links. These links will lead you to the tax law lessons. If you choose Lincoln Learn Taxes Lessons, you will then see the e-learning dashboard. Select the Certification Paths tab at the top of the page. From here, you can choose your certification path, Basic or Advanced, from the drop-down menu. By selecting your certification path, you can then walk through modules on the variety of topics you'll need to know for the test and to prepare tax returns. You have the option of certifying to one of two levels, Basic or Advanced. To serve as a tax preparer, you must be certified to at least the basic level. There are restrictions on the types of returns that can be prepared at VITA sites. You can only prepare returns that are in scope for your certification level. Always check with your site coordinator if you have questions or any doubts. Other optional, separate modules for certification include Health Savings Account, Cancellation of Debt, Foreign Student, Military, and Puerto Rico. At your tax site, you will be using TaxWise software to prepare returns. The Practice Lab allows you to learn the tax preparation software and calculate practice or exam tax returns. To access the Practice Lab, you can simply click on Practice Lab under Quick Links on the right side of the Lincoln Learn homepage. To log into the Practice Lab, you will enter the universal password, which is the same for everyone, LEARNTWO. On the next page, click Create New User and complete the form provided. Select Create User ID and remember to write down the 6-digit ID number for use as a login in the future. To prepare practice returns, select New Return on the Practice Lab homepage. Then use the 6-digit ID number as the last 6 digits of your Practice Lab account as a Social Security number for all practice returns. After you complete your in-person training and tax law lessons, you will be ready to certify. You can return to the Lincoln Learn homepage at linklearncertification.com. Click Create Account to set up a new IRS account. Please note that this will be different from the Practice Lab login information. To register, select the appropriate volunteer group from the choices in the drop-down menu. Depending on which volunteer group you represent, some tests, such as Foreign Student and Site Coordinator, will only be available to those who have registered in those groups. Continue to fill in the registration form with your first and last name, address, email address, and other information. You will also choose a login name and password. Once you create your login and password, you can log into the home page. Remember, your password is case sensitive. To participate in the VITA program, you must pass the IRS Volunteer Standards of Conduct test. Click on a tab for your course of training, such as Basic or Advanced. All tabs include links to the Volunteer Standards of Conduct course and exam. Then click to launch the test. When you have completed the test with a score of 80% or above, you will be able to move on to the other tests. The Volunteer Standards of Conduct course and test is a prerequisite to all other courses. If you do not pass this exam after the second attempt, you may not proceed to any other exams. When you take the Standards of Conduct module, you are agreeing to the following. I will follow the quality site requirements. I will not accept payment or solicit donations. I will not solicit business or use knowledge about them. I will not knowingly prepare false returns. I will not engage in criminal, infamous, notoriously disgraceful conduct or any other conduct deemed to have a negative effect on VITA TCE. I will treat all taxpayers in a professional, courteous, and respectful manner. After completing and passing your Standards of Conduct training and test, you must sign your Form 13615 Volunteer Standards of Conduct Agreement. Click the checkbox next to the statement. You may sign your volunteer agreement electronically by checking this box. A record of your digital signature will be included in a report to your site coordinator. After completing all the exams you plan to take, print out the form, read it, and sign it, and return it to your sponsor or site coordinator. The form must be signed and dated by the site coordinator, sponsoring partner, instructor, or IRS contact, verifying your identity and that you have completed the required training and certification prior to working at a site. When you complete the online certification test, you will automatically be included on a list of certified volunteers. To take the test for certification, click on the tab for the certification path you want to achieve. All the exams available for each certification path will be listed under the corresponding tabs. In the course name column, click the link for your exam to open a description. Click Launch in the upper right corner of the description window to open the exam. Please note that if certifying to the advanced level, you can simply take the advanced test. It covers both basic and advanced and will save you a lot of valuable time. After launching an exam, you'll receive an introduction page to the exam, which has useful information and may have links to tax tables or course scenarios. Open these PDF documents if available, and either leave them open on your computer for reference or print them out. After reading the information on the introduction, click the Start Assessment button. Each volunteer tax preparer must receive an 80% or above to pass each exam. Don't worry, you have 2 chances at each level to pass the test. Each exam is untimed and has 30 to 40 questions each. You are definitely encouraged to use notes in the Practice Lab software. It is open book. When you are finished with the exam and are satisfied with your answers, click the Submit button in the review screen at the bottom of the page to score your test. After clicking Submit, the certification test results screen will be displayed. On this screen, you can view your total score for the exam at the bottom of the screen, the result for each question, and feedback for incorrect questions, along with links to the Lincoln Learn Taxes lesson with the information needed to answer the test question. This is your personalized review lesson. Use these links to study specific content as needed. Close the assessment window by clicking on the X in the upper right corner. The program immediately updates to show you your score and whether you passed or failed the exam. A passing score allows you to print a certificate for that exam. If you do not pass the test the first time, you may review the course material and try again. As a volunteer tax preparer with the VITA program, you will have additional resources at your disposal at the site. They are your site coordinator. Don't hesitate to contact your site coordinator with any questions or issues you may have. The 4012. Remember the resource guide mentioned earlier? This spiral-bound booklet will be your favorite resource. Bring it with you to your site every week. Publication 17. Publication 17 also offers reference materials, which will be available at your site. The California Volunteer Manual. This manual will help you with California state tax questions. IRS, California, and TaxWise hotlines for volunteer use. These numbers are also for your use if you need help. They are listed on the back of the 4012. Just make sure you don't give them out to clients. In the next few days and weeks, remember, try not to get overwhelmed. There is a lot of material to cover. We are doing taxes, but there is also a lot of support available. There is no need to memorize. The test is all open book, and so is the actual tax preparation. Finally, focus on where to find the information you need to complete accurate tax returns.